All right, y'all. We back. We back for real this time. Thank God. We got it this time, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, we figured
We
it out.
talking
We figured it
bonnets.
out.
We figured it out. We got it together. So we talking bonnets. We talking bonnets. We talking durags in public. Okay. So let's talk about this. How do we feel about this, family? I want to hear y'all's I want to hear y'all's I want to hear y'all's take on it. What do we think?
Well, I guess I should say, like, first and foremost, like, growing up, you know, we wasn't allowed to wear pajamas
Forget
outside.
about
So, like, the pajamas, you couldn't wear pajamas outside. That was like, no, absolutely not. It was a no. It was a no for
it.
me. So I put that in
Exactly.
the category as the bonnet's cool. Like, I could see if you
Mm-hmm.
traveling, you wanna keep that hair fresh. You know what I'm saying? You going to the
Yep.
airport or something like that, or you traveling long distance in a vehicle. But going to a place of profession,
Yep.
no. Mm-mm.
Yep.
There's really I don't know. Pinterest is like one of those things that you can go on there and you can be like, okay, I need to find a really cute like scarf style, but it looks
Yep.
designer. Like it looks like
Yep.
it's part of your
Yep.
outfit. Like you can put on a scarf, don't put on a bonnet.
Yep.
Like dress it up a little bit. Like you don't got to wear your bonnet to the grocery store. We know your head is tired under there. Okay, we know it's hot, but but at but it's a point. Just take that
Yep.
couple seconds to either brush your hair in a ponytail or put on a really cute scarf and then design it how you need to.
Right.
Just
Yep.
just don't go outside with the bonnet.
Yep. Yep.
But then
So
you can say that it's okay for a guy to wear a do-rag outside
I
because
mean,
it goes under his hat, or you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like,
so Sean, what's your take on it, girl? What do you feel?
You
What are
know,
your
I'm
thoughts?
real I'm real I'm impartial to it, you know? I have a background, a very professional background, number one, that
Mm-hmm.
leads me to feel like when you come out, you put your best foot forward.
Yep.
When you get out, everybody's best foot forward ain't the same though, you know?
oh,
When
Mm-hmm.
we
right,
get
right,
up
right,
and get
right, right.
dressed, one woman's getting ready to come out ain't the others. Some people put on
True.
makeup. Some people, you know what I'm saying, moisturize their face. Some people just brush their teeth, you know what I'm saying? But what matters is doing that routine. That's caring about yourself. That's where it starts first. It's the perception, I think. So getting up earlier in life, I knew that okay, I was taught just like my grandparents. I'm from the South, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you get up, you brush your teeth. A bonnet is something you wear at night. It's something to preserve your hairstyle was what I was
Yes.
taught. So when it's time to go out into public, you take that off. That's what I was taught, right? Professionally, going through school, that's how I carried it. Then we stepped in I stepped into the spiritual life, into the spiritual world, where a bonnet or a scarf was not only expression, but it was protection. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
want you to see their hair or the
Yep.
crown of their head. Does
Yep.
that mean
Yep.
that they didn't get up and try that day? You know what I'm saying? That's where we get a little touchy. I'm impartial. I feel like as long as you got up and you put your best foot forward, there's pretty
Yep.
bonnets that accessorize and can match your clothes. Can they say
Yep.
something about that? Because you definitely got up and tried to look professional.
Yep.
If you put your lashes
Yep.
on and you put your makeup on and the bonnet matches your outfit, does that make it any different? I don't know. Cause I mean
I
I
mean,
do
it
it.
could. It could.
Yeah.
I think it
I
depends on the kind of bonnet that you're wearing. You know what I mean? If it's the
yeah.
kind of bonnet where you are, um, if it's the kind of bonnet where you are dressed and you are, um, like the kind that you would wear, like when you wrap your head up, like we do in our native cultures,
Yeah.
where you wrapping your head like that with a scarf. If you are doing it, um, to cover your head because you're going into a church setting or something like that, and you have to have your head covered. That's something right there. I could understand that. But if
But
you
I'm talking a
roll off
bonnet
the
though.
bed,
A bonnet. So when we and when you came to me with this, I did a little bit of research, on a
mm-hmm.
bonnet, because I'm like, okay, for me, like I said, I'm
Yep,
impartial. As long as I felt like you stepped with it. I don't know what you got going on up under there. Maybe you didn't do your hair, and so why should I say that you
yep,
can't? You tried to cover it. You know, I
yep,
yeah,
I'm so impartial on this. But if you're just getting up and
rolling out of
putting
bed.
that, didn't brush your teeth, like you said, with the house slippers, homegirl, with the house slippers and the bonnet,
baby.
In the pajama
violation,
pants.
violation.
Let me
Violation.
tell you
You
something. When I
are.
read
You
that,
making us kind of look bad because, hey, at least if you're gonna have the bonnet on, step with the others. Come with
yes,
something else. We need that
yes,
bonnet to match. You know what I'm saying?
Do
We
your
need you
little
in your best
edges.
shoes.
Do your little
yes,
edges. You know what I'm saying? Do your little
yes,
edges.
Do
yes,
them
Maybe
edges.
a little falsies. You know what I'm saying? Just
yes,
if you're gonna wear a bonnet, make it cute. And that's just what I'm saying.
yes,
Like
Right.
I can
yep,
say you have a point, Miss Shauna, when you say like you were impartial, because I can agree. Because there are very like moo-moos. Like those are another thing. I love a good moo. I will wear it outside if I have to, as long as it's appropriate.
Right.
And it has to have intention. If I'm gonna wear it, it has to have intention.
Right.
Now, if I'm wearing it outside and I want to dress it up with some heels, put a cute little belt on it, am I wearing it with intention? Probably so. But when you're
Yeah.
wearing a bonnet, you know what I'm saying, wear it with intention. Now, like I said, if you run into the store really quick and it's 6 in the
yep,
morning and you probably ain't gonna see nobody because you gotta go get some
yep,
cereal for your kids, um, I I get it. I understand. As a mother, I get it. But if you
yep,
just outside with it, like just
yep,
random
At
at
the
the fair
fair,
with them on.
that you said at the fair, at school, and at school, if it's not protected, like say if you don't have something to do tonight and it's not protecting a hairstyle that you spent some money on, I don't think really at school yet. There's a time and a place for everything, and especially at our
yep,
HBCUs, that's where the attention is.
yes,
Everybody's eyes are on us. We know this. We already know this.
yes.
Yeah, we're at it. So
What
so
happened to
when
the
it
days
comes
of
to the
like when I
HBCUs,
was
yeah,
in
I'm gonna
high
need you to
school?
step. You're representing us in the fullest.
When I was in high school, I remember we would go to the not hell. I'm gonna go back to middle school. When it came to the basketball games, the rec nights, the dances, whatever, we made sure even if it was a casual event, we had the mat. Okay, we really finna date ourselves. We made sure that our K Swisses, our
She said
Jordans,
K Swisses.
our Fat Farms,
Did you say Fat
baby, we
Farms?
made sure that look,
She said them Fat
we
Farms
made
were the pink
sure
ones.
We
Okay, I
already
wanted the
said
look,
pink ones.
everybody's getting together. Ain't the other person's getting it together?
look, we made sure
And
that
we
the K
established that
Swisses, we made sure that the K Swisses was clean.
Hey,
okay,
them Reeboks was
We made
crispy.
sure that if we stepped in
with the
something during
strap.
school,
Okay,
yes, we made sure that if we stepped in something at school,
Yeah.
we went home and washed them off with a toothbrush real quick. We took care of them K Swisses. Let me tell you something. I'm still a K Swiss person to this day. Let me find another pair of K Swiss. God, Daddy, if you watching this, honey, can
Mm-mm.
we please
Don't ask for the
go
K
to the
Swiss.
don't
because I
don't
want
be
Don't
them.
you ask for the K
I
Swiss.
love you. I love you.
Oh,
You
Ross.
my
get that
Ross
beneficial
crispy
dressed
K
for
K.
less.
Swiss.
Don't tell me that because
Where
let
they
me
at
tell
though?
that's a conversation for another. That's a conversation for another day. They do got them on sale on Amazon through the K Swiss Marketplace.
Oh my
I
goodness.
Just
bet you they
saying.
do.
But we took care of them things. We had the toothbrush. We had the soap. We was scrubbing them real good. Now all of a sudden we like when I saw that they said at Morehouse they was banning the house shoes. I'm like,
I don't know why we're so surprised because I watch the kids around here go to school. I'm from the South, and it makes me upset because I moved my son here. And he's adapting this thing where I'm buying him shoes, you know, them J's. You know what I'm saying? The retros, them costs. You know, he don't wear them 5 times. He'd rather wear his slides. He'd rather wear pajama pants and plain white tees. I get on him all the time. When I buy, I spend money on you. Why do you want to go out like that? It's just the effort of pulling yourself together. I guess they don't prioritize that anymore. We do have to get back to that. We will just go out any old type of way. But I was taught you never know. My granny always taught me too. You better make sure your panties and your rest in peace. You better make sure your panties and your bra match and your socks are good. No holes in your socks. So you never know if you go out and somebody has to undress you. If you get in an accident, that's what she used to say. Little things like that. So growing up, shoot, I was like, oh yeah, I never know what's gonna happen if I got. You know what I'm saying? I always took pride. We're not taking the pride anymore.
Be driving down the street like, wait a minute. Do my panties match my bra? Matter of fact, I don't even know.
We gotta go back to the house. Go back home.
I gotta change this.
You never know what can happen.
Or you better have clean socks on because you don't know who house you're going to if you got to take your shoes off. So just imagine, you don't say go to somebody's house, your old socks mismatched, they dirty on the bottom, got a hole, your big toe coming out of them. You don't even want to take. You know what? I just remember that my mom said. I just remember that my mom said I have to be home right now, so I have to go.
Right. Yeah. And imagine taking your kid to the store, to the shoe store, and he pulls off his shoe, mismatched socks with holes in them. Come on now. When you know for a fact y'all got socks at the house. It's just,
you know we was coming here. What you cutting up for? You making me look bad in front of these goddamn people.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yes. And remember, we had to make sure, now we really finna go back. Remember when you had to put your foot on that metal thing at the shoe store so they could measure your foot? And you made sure that your socks, and then they gave you the little sock that you put on.
You better speak on that because I do remember that.
Look, if we speaking on that, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna say pay less. Let's talk about it. That'll be a whole nother shindig because why did Payless leave us? Like they just left us with nothing. They just left us. They just upped and said, "We sold y'all all the shoes we could. We gotta go." You know what I'm saying?
Payless left us.
Yes,
they just left us high and dry. Like there's days where I miss running with some shoes on to see if I could if I like them. You know what I'm saying? You just run right there and then you come back. I miss that. I can't run now, but I miss running then.
You your foot on purpose so the shoes will light up.
Mm-hmm.
See, this was me. I can remember the only one time that my mama allowed me to go out in public as a youngster with a bonnet on. And that was the day before Easter Sunday. Because it was like 5, 6 o'clock. And mom had just gave me my first relaxer. Okay. And I said I wanted to look like the little girl in the Just For Me box.
Oh.
So I had the relaxer.
That's goals.
With the split pullback, the ponytail on the side.
With the curls.
And I didn't want the bangs because I don't like stuff in my face.
Mm-hmm.
But she just slicked back and had the back with the spiral curls. And then she used the foam rollers that got the automatic clip on it. And then she put my hair in a bonnet and then tied it up because my dad was like, well, I want to take her to dinner. So we went to Old Country Buffet. Not buffet.
The buffet.
And he was upset because I was in a bonnet. He said, you're too young to be looking like that. Look, tomorrow's Easter Sunday, homie.
You too young.
I don't know what y'all celebrate. But we celebrate Jesus getting up in style. And my Easter shoes is at home with my white frilly socks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those socks made a comeback. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty happy about that.
That's where I want to say that when you say somebody say you're too old to be looking like that because the bonnets have a history, man, and they used to symbolize class. At one point, they made us wear the bonnets, and it symbolized, the lower class, and then
Yeah.
As you know, we're trendsetters. Anything we make shit look like sugar. Everybody jumps. Once we do
Absolutely.
it, I don't
Look,
care what is going on. Once we do it,
baby, that's a hashtag.
but see, so then we see the European women. I think it was around the 18th century, around the Renaissance, covering their hair with the bonnets. That was
Yep.
a sign of class then. You know what I'm saying? And then now
Yeah,
all
so
of
we
a
had a
sudden,
transition to the hats.
Yep.
Give me the biggest
So,
hat.
yes,
give me that big
Give me,
dumbass hat.
the big,
listen,
huge.
you in the first pew of the church. Give me the
Give me
biggest
that big
hat
Look,
dumbass hat.
with the flower on it, or I don't want nothing. If you can't give me that, I don't want nothing
and then
else.
you
Don't
sitting
offer
up
me nothing.
mad. Then you sitting up mad because if you're like me and you've been the same height since birth,
And you can't
you mad
see.
because you sitting behind somebody who got the big ass hat, and you trying to
Mother
sing with Jesus
Evelyn.
with the Calvary. They hung him high. You trying to see the moves, and you.
Right.
And what they tell you, you better listen. You ain't gotta see none, just listen. Listen to the words.
I
And you be
want to know
like,
what hand
listen, I
movements
wanna
y'all doing,
see.
because I like the they hung him high, stretched them wide part. I want to
Yeah.
do the hand motions with everybody else, but I can't see because you sitting here with the big old ginormous. And then let's talk about that, because when did it become okay, right, to go into church with durags and booty shorts?
Who did wait a minute, let's back up, reverse. Big load. All right. What you saying? That was a big thing to unpack. You said booty shorts and do-rags.
Mm-hmm,
Is the
mm-hmm.
same person wearing a
I
do-rag and the
was.
booty shorts? What's going on?
But I'm gonna let
I
you
love
clarify
you
because
too,
I'm lost.
Trev.
I gotta get an understanding.
So. Okay. I was at a funeral, and the some of the attendees who were there, I didn't know them, um,
Okay.
but some of them had on booty shorts in the church house. We done wore crop tops, got the shirts with like the crop top with the bangles on it in the front where you can see your stomach, and we got do rags and all of that. And I'm just like, I ain't judge nobody, because look, I ain't got no damn church clothes. When I go to church, and I'm like, we gonna wear, um, hell, a nice t-shirt, some capris, my tennis shoes, something like that. But I'm not finna go in showing all my bit. When did we get away from and I understand that not everybody was brought up in church. I understand that not everybody is familiar with the ways of the church, but common sense is gonna tell you I'm not going to the goddamn club. I'm going to the house of the Lord. So let me put on something that looks a little more.
Hold on. I'm finna. Come on, don't talk about me. Don't you talk about me. Now let me tell you something. Now I'm gonna give you. Some of us don't because some of us don't. Now I'm that somebody
Front,
now.
but you ain't
Somebody
gonna
just
wear
had to
booty
tell me
shorts
last
to
year.
church.
You came to the wedding in that. I know you didn't come to the wedding in that, Sean.
That's a
You
wedding.
finna.
We ain't talking about
It's still the house of the Lord. It was
oh
still the
well.
house of the Lord, Lex.
Well,
It was.
Let me
It
see.
was. They had
What
to
you
get married in the church now. In the
what you have
church
on?
house.
Come on.
Somebody had to check me. I stood outside of the church looking up and down at myself like, Sean, this is church. Because, and I'm not meaning to be disrespectful, but if that's not, I saw it another way. I always believe he said, come
that
as you
makes sense.
are. Shoot, and in my brain, I said, get up and put something on. And what I had in my closet maybe was a little bit too provocative for the people. I'm telling you, but I didn't mean no harm though. I came like stepping like, what's up? You know what
Period.
I'm saying?
Okay, but that's for a
It
wedding.
wasn't
You
on
didn't have no bonnet
purpose.
on, no. You didn't have no bonnet on, no.
True.
I
didn't have on the house
I was
shoes.
you would have beat me, Lex. You would have been in the corner like, I know this hoe didn't. I know
No, I
she
wouldn't have
did.
beat you.
Well,
I would have been like,
She'd have been like, look at that. Look at that. Hey,
I
look at
sat in
that.
the car, y'all. I didn't even go in. Didn't even go in.
But see, but that's
See,
the thing though. You caught something that other people don't catch. You caught it. At least you sat in the car. Some people will physically walk up in there and they won't burn. So I mean, it is what it is, you know.
well, and my
But
thing is, it wasn't even so much that because if you come in, that's like for me, I'm like, okay, you came in, whatever. If you were in the wedding or something like that, I'd probably be like, hey, Sean, come on, girl. But it's the fact that you came in, and then when they call for folks to get up and speak, you proceed to go up to the pulpit, to the podium,
oh,
and speak in front of people sitting there like,
Yeah, we didn't make it that far. Lord
oh,
Jesus, we didn't make it that
because
far.
at that
I didn't
point,
even,
now
I
you
told you I didn't even
lustful.
go in. Somebody had to say, no, Sean. I sat outside like, yeah, you can't do this. You can't do this. But I sat in the car. And that changed, and I will never do it again. I'll never do it again. You know what I'm
She said,
saying?
lesson learned. She said, lesson learned. Gotcha.
Right. Now I
No
Sean, get
know.
kids.
married.
Now I know. You know what I'm saying? Put on your jeans and your button up and your turtleneck.
Yo,
And
button up.
I'm
cover it
not wearing
Okay.
all
a
up.
turtleneck
She
Up
said to
to
the chin, baby. She said, button it
to
to
the
the chin.
chin. Nah, hell no. I
Oh,
ain't finna walk around looking like Mother Goose. Nah, hell no.
she
I'm gonna
said,
take my
okay, you
happy
might as
ass
well
in
just
there.
put your. She said, you might as well put that non-uniform on, baby. Quit playing.
Look,
Don't even worry about it, sweetheart.
look, look. Now, if you know where the Queen Bee
But
tattoo is, if you know where my
okay,
man.
Queen Bee tattoo is, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna let Queen Bee show on the pie. You
Y'all,
might
I
see the
said like
knee.
another person's getting it together is not another person's getting it together. You were
that
putting
is
on the
true.
pearls, I was putting on the hookah shoes. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? But that doesn't mean
You
that
know,
I
if
wasn't
I
getting
can
it
walk
together.
in house
I
shoes,
get it
I would
out.
do it.
Shoot.
But I'm too. That's why I won't wear house shoes nowhere. I'm too damn clumsy. I will walk into a closed door. And so if I'm walking
oh,
around in house shoes, I am going to be like Mitch McConnell. I am going to
Right.
bust out and slip and fall over air. And y'all gonna be like, Lexi, what happened? Did you get dizzy? Are you about to have another seizure? Is it lupus? No, I just slipped because I have on house shoes and I'm just can't walk a straight line.
well, I mean, we ain't gonna talk about how I walked out the house in my scrubs because I had on my house shoes, and I drove all the way to work in my house shoes, and I didn't have no shoes there to change into, nor did I have any shoes in my car. So I accidentally came in, but they wasn't like no house shoes that said like nothing crazy on
Being
them. It
yacht
was
on
just
the other foot.
regular, yeah, like bi and then arch. Like it didn't say nothing like that, but but I
However, counts.
accidentally moving too fast. I didn't change my shoes, so I can say like, yeah, I walked outside. I'm not gonna say I never walked outside in my pajamas, but you know, my husband, you know, he presents himself to be. He's one of those people. Like he presents himself very well. Now
Yes.
he'll wear
Shout out to
a
Big
do
Bro.
rag. He'll wear a do rag to work because he's trying to protect them waves that he's trying to get. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know, dirt and debris at work. But you can't get him to just randomly wear a do rag just outside randomly unless he's like doing stuff around the house, doing yard work. Like
Mm-hmm.
his wearing a do rag is an equivalent to how I wear my bonnet. I wear my bonnet to sleep. His do rag is off somewhere on the dresser while he's
Yeah.
sleeping. But
Yep.
you know, I think men present themselves a little bit different than how we just be like, I'm just gonna run
Mm-hmm.
here real quick. I'm gonna throw on his bonnet.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
my daughter, she's 10, and because I do her hair, I solely do her hair. So if
Yep.
I'm doing her hair and I'm in the middle of a braid, baby, you finna have to throw on that bonnet. And then we finna run to the store real quick because we gotta either go get some
Yep.
more hair or we gotta go get some lunch
Mm-hmm.
or we gotta
Yep.
go get something.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, it's that time. Like at least do the edges and then, you know, put that ponytail in if you're doing some box braids or
Yep.
something and we on our way. But
Yeah.
I mean, the bonnet and the do rag is a very touchy thing. Like there's just certain things that you just don't do, and there's certain things
And
that I
I
mean
think
people don't care
too, in
about.
my opinion, this like younger generation, has just taken it too far, right? Like, shout out to the younger ones, but like we've taken it too far because even my aunt, shout out to my aunt, she was like, y'all talking about this on the podcast today, but don't be mad when your waitress come to your table in a bonnet and house shoes serving you. And I'm like, you know what?
Now
Because that's
that's
what it's
out of
gonna come
control.
to.
Now that,
Because because this new generation, like, I
and
can
I'm not
understand.
eating there either.
Yeah.
If
Like
you
I can understand.
if you came to your job in your house slippers and a bonnet, I assume that you didn't brush your teeth or wash your face
And I
or
have
do
seen
any of the
videos.
things that you're supposed to do at the beginning of the day. Come on now. Come on. Somebody say church. Now, come on. You
Church.
didn't have time. That's what I'm
Church.
assuming. And I don't want you over my food. You didn't blow your nose. You didn't do none of that stuff that you're supposed to do in the morning. Get yourself together. We do it. We get up. We go
So
pee.
in the
We
morning, when
blow.
y'all wake
We
up,
go
y'all
pee. We
better
take a
blow
shower.
y'all
We blow
nose.
our nose. We brush our teeth. We fix them edges. And then we
Okay.
step out into we get dressed and we step out into the world. It's routine. Now, if you come out, you skip a couple steps. I'm not sure which steps you skip. And
Yep.
I'm concerned. I don't want to eat. Professionally,
But you
I
know what?
don't want
She's
to deal
not
with you
wrong.
professionally.
Because you see, like I said, this younger generation that's coming up under us, I'm scared because I'm like,
Gotta be.
Well, at least the young men in this generation ain't got to worry about a durag because they all got froze.
so they're gonna be wearing bonnets.
I
I've seen it.
mean,
I've seen it. I have seen it. It bothers me. I have seen young men running around in my town, city with bonnets on. Not do rags, bonnets, because they have hair. And so,
now
how do
I
we
can see
feel
if you
about
have
that?
locks. I see
Yeah.
if you have locks, and because my son at one point he was gonna go through the lock phase, um, and he had a bonnet on, but that was from him going to his loctician to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I'm in his town and I'm like, hey son, we finna go get some food, he slap on that bonnet real quick and then we'll eat, but he won't get out the car. He was
Yeah.
like, can we eat in the car or can we go through the drive through? It's one of those things. But
That's being aware and conscious how
Yeah.
you look
yeah.
out in public. You know what I'm saying? And there's some people, I do it too. If I don't get if you don't if I'm not looking a certain way, I'm not getting out the car either.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Right.
Like I said,
The
I will
weirdest
always.
things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The weirdest people catch you, and I'm one of them people. Like, oh,
Well, and
you know
let's
what I'm
just
saying?
be.
I do
We're
not want
gonna
to be
keep
on
it a buck
Walmart
at this
most
point.
wanted.
Look, let's just keep it a buck at this point, right?
Okay.
So I live, me and sis live in Janesville. If
Yes, we
you're
do.
not familiar with Janesville, we are in Clansville, USA. I said what the fuck I said.
Okay, she
You
said
said
it.
what you said.
We all know. So I'm going to take it from this standpoint. As an African American, we are already looked at a certain way here in this city, in a city that's still considered a sundown town.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are just certain things that I'm not going to do. There are just certain things that I'm not going to wear in public because I don't want to be looked at thinking, oh, she's stealing something. Let me, because first of all, if you touch my hair, first of all,
What you say? What
it's
you
a
say,
whole new
sis?
bag. You
Yeah.
might see
Why you
Alexa
don't
you ain't
cry?
never
Like
seen
this, you don't cry.
before. Don't touch
I
my
feel
hair.
I feel
Second
you.
of all, don't touch my hair. Third of all, don't act like you finna come near or touch my hair. If you are not Carrie, Mercedes, Alexia, that's pretty much it. Don't touch my hair. Don't touch me. So I don't want to be a target in any way, shape, or form. And especially with the administration. So we got to take it this far. The administration that we're in, and people are so emboldened now to say the first thing that come to their mind. I'm like, no, no, let me kind of check and address how I look before I go out, because it is some of those who work here in some of these fast food you digs in our city, you will go and they got on a whole ass bonnet working the drive-through window.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
sis. And where's the
again, we should
management?
be able to
Because
do
they
this
shouldn't
more.
have got that far. When you come in there professionally as management, looking like that, I'm gonna give you an hour or two to go home and come back, or not. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want you doing that. There's hair nets to protect the hair for fall. I don't want to hear,
Yes.
oh, I keeping my hair. No, it's how you look, sis. It's how you representing us, sis. When you came out here in your bonnet. That said, when you came out here, you stepped out here
When
saying, I'm
you
ready for the
intentionally
world.
put on
And we
your
hope you
bonnet.
that you're not ready for the world looking like that. That's just all.
Yes.
That's just all I'm
Yes.
trying to say. And there's I'm impartial because, like I said, there's so many reasons why we as melanated women wrap and cover our hair. And it has to be respected. But nah, sis, you can't take advantage of that either. Okay, just
Yeah.
because we're known to wrap
Go
our
you
hair and
because I'm trying to
everything,
cover
that
my
means
hair.
when you decide to put something on your hair, you need to come with it. Not no bonnet, that is nightwear. Just like your panties. You know, you people don't wear panties at night, but when you get up, you put them on. It's acceptable. That's what we do. And that's what we have to get into the norm of. This is something we wear at night. What's something else we wear at night?
Pajamas.
Pajamas. But
I
see,
can't get over that pajama
we
shit.
completely blurred the line. Anything that is
Yes.
nightwear now we do outside, and it is
And
unacceptable.
it's
We don't know
okay
if
and
you
it's
you've gotten
acceptable.
ready for the day. We don't know if you care about yourself. We can't distinguish
Mm-hmm.
anymore because
Mm-hmm.
when you get up, you take that shit off.
And it's,
That's all
again,
I'm
it's
saying. Did you
insane to
skip that
me.
part?
It's
You
insane to
skipped it.
me that this is even a conversation that we have to have in with the culture. This is something that we have to talk about. The fact that they can even find, like I said, and I go back to it, it's that younger generation that they can
Yeah.
find valid disputes and reasons why they feel like it's appropriate to go out and present themselves the way that they present themselves. And when I read that article and I was looking at the comments, and you can see some of them younger ones who was just, I mean, they was pissed. I'm talking like mad as fuck. Well,
Right.
we should be able to wear this. Well, why they want to talk about this is how college is getting us ready to be professional. And just because I wear it here, don't mean that is. And I'm thinking to myself,
Even high school is getting you ready to be in a professional mindset. You got to
That's
think you're
what I'm
going to school for
saying.
eight
Yeah,
hours a day.
this is yeah.
So this starts then. My daughter don't leave out this house without checking the mirror twice. You should always walk out of your house before you leave. Go look in a mirror and see how you look.
yes,
Make sure you ain't got no crust in your
yes,
eye. Make sure you don't got nothing on the side of your face. Always check yourself before you leave the
yes.
house because I mean I'm just trying to instill to her what I was taught, and my mother was a Caucasian woman. And that's one thing that she didn't play about. She said, when you
Mm-hmm.
walk out this house, you represent me.
I'm telling
Yep,
you.
She said, we
yep.
might not have a lot of money, we might be poor, but you're not gonna tell them people that we poor. You're not gonna show these people that we ain't got no money. You finna
You
walk
finna
out this
walk in
house
there
and you
like
finna
you
present
is,
yourself with
look,
intention.
you
Mm-hmm.
finna
When you
walk
walk
in
out
there
this
like I'm
door,
Daddy motherfucking Warbucks.
Mm-hmm.
And
you
you
finna walk
Annie, that is
outside
not adopted.
and they gonna be like, oh, that's Rhonda's daughter. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I know who that is. That's such and such and them people. You shouldn't walk outside like that. You
Honey.
know, my hair wasn't always to laid to the gods. It was never always like that. But I looked presentable enough. My clothes was clean.
Yeah.
They were
Yep.
they were worn how they needed to be worn. Like I had some
Yep.
decent shoes on my feet, and I went to
Yep.
school and I got an education. And then when I was of age and I was able to work, which was 14, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
old as hell now, my mom said even at work, these people are talking to you. Your breath need to be
Yes.
clean, your teeth need to be brushed, you know what I'm saying, your
Yep.
face need to be washed, your hair need to be combed, you have to groom.
Yes.
Nowhere in this handbook does it say for a dress code that you could wear your bonnet. So why do you have it on? Nowhere in this dress code does it say house shoes. It's in the do not wear portion, and y'all still
Look.
continue to do it or wear it or have it on. But I mean, that's just something that we need to instill more into our young
Yes.
people, and we need to be
Yes.
those role models. Like, hey, when you walk outside, you walk outside with intention. You walk outside
Yes.
with your head held high, and you walk outside looking decent, because you never know. You could go into Woodman's and run into somebody of profession and be like, hey, I thought about you, Mercedes, the other day, and I need you to come into my office. And
Yep.
if you look like you feel, because
Yep.
that's what people do, they look how they feel. If you got that bonnet
Mm-hmm.
on, you either feel like crap, you feel tired, you're
Yep.
exhausted.
Yep.
But if you are tired and exhausted and you look decent, they will never know.
Yep.
So my
Exactly.
mom always said, when you walk out this house, you represent me.
Yes.
If you walking outside with a scarf, you better do your edges or whatever you call those things that you lay right here, Mercedes, and you
Yep.
better put it cute. She was like, go put one of those things on, with the little jewels. Put the little jewels on there and make it
Yep.
look cute. Or if
Yep.
you're gonna do the headband like this, fold it up, and then wear it like
Yep.
a headband or something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She used to always make sure that I looked presentable, because when I walked
Yep.
out that door, I represented her. And you will
Yes.
not tell these people that we're poor by the way you look. So you're gonna fix yourself, and you're gonna come correct. You're gonna have intention about yourself. So
And
I always
Carrie
tell
wasn't
my
going
daughter,
for it.
"Oh yeah, I knew that." But like with Geneva, I tell her, "Do you feel intentional when you look in that mirror?" She'd be like, "Yes, mommy." I was like, "You feel presentable when you look in that mirror, because when you step out this door, you represent me and your dad." And then she'll look. Let me go check one more time. So it's
Yep.
always double check yourself. Make
Yep.
sure that you look decent. And then for our young men with the do rags, I feel like it's okay to wear a do rag, especially if you're wearing it and it looks presentable. But then you can say, or people could say, wearing a do rag is part of the gang, or wearing do rag is
Mm-hmm.
this. So you just
Mm-hmm.
gotta be a little bit mindful of your surroundings and know what you're doing. And like I said,
Yes.
doing everything with intention, being aware, having awareness of
Yep.
what you're doing or how you're dressed. Because you never know. You never know. I walked into a hospital for an appointment and walked out with a job. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, you never
Mm-hmm.
know. So
Now, do we
just,
think that this new upbringing, I can't even say it's our age, because we're at the age where we're having kids. I can't even say it's that. Because I was going to say, do you think that it's because it's a younger generation having kids, and because that younger generation didn't grow? But then I'm thinking to myself, hell, that's not even an excuse, because we're the ones having kids, and our generation was brought up with, this is how you need to present yourself, this is how you need to behave. But I'm wondering, and I keep racking my brain on this, where did that dressing up and trying to look cool and look, all of that, where did that stop? When did it become cool to get, as mommy says, get out ready roll?
I think for me, I start seeing it with everyone COVID. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
That
Makes
introduced
sense.
oh yeah, that introduced a
a
lot
lot
of
of
hermits, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
hermit
COVID.
activity.
Oh my God. People just like, number one, we don't want to interact. Ain't no need to get dressed. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? It was
That
all
makes
like this.
sense.
You remember when people were just putting on professional shirts and then on the bottom they were in their drawers and shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like,
Yes.
like I feel like we never
That was
came
me.
back. Yeah.
Yes.
That was me.
Yes.
Because it'd be business on the front, party at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Or
feel like
sleep
we
at the
never
That
bottom.
makes
came
so much
back.
sense.
I seen everything begin was casual then. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We came back and it's just like, fuck it. Who cares? And then our kids too, like we have a lot of these star seeds. We have a lot of these star seeds. Our kids are gifted and they're more tapped in of who the hell cares what I look like. I'm more than
Mm-hmm.
this is my son, because when I try to get him, he's 14. I'm 40, by the way. So guess what? I was ready when I had him. I was 27. Okay, we knew what was going on. He was my baby doll. So I always kept him dipped. Even to now, I spend a lot of money on his clothes, on his shoes. And he would rather, like I told y'all before, run around in pajamas and slides and the turban now, which I told him, before you wear that turban, you will research it. You're not going to just be wearing it for
Yes.
fashion. It means
Yes.
something. You can't
Yes.
wear that turban because Akeem in your damn class wears the turban. Ask Akeem why he wears that turban. There's
Yes.
sacrifices you must make.
Yes.
There's things
Yes.
you
Education.
must know. You know, that
Yes.
sent him on his
Educating
own journey,
yourself.
and he still ended up wearing a turban. But it sent him on his own journey, and he knew
Mm-hmm.
that this is not just fashion. And then when I come into the school, I explained to him, because you decided it's not fashion, and we went through all this stuff spiritually and religiously, they cannot ask you to remove it. You know? We have to,
Yep.
you know, it's more than just a headdress. It's more than just an
Yep.
accessory. But like I said, he still was in them pajamas, and that turban looked like he just got out of bed.
Yep.
You know, and
Yep.
and I tell him, put that on, and the Gucci belt. I like to see him wear the big Gucci belt. And he says, "Ma, for what? Just people at my school." You know what I'm saying? That, you know, they don't mean nothing to me. And I'm just like, what in the world? You
And
know,
see,
Yeah.
he's not there
it
to,
was a
they're
big
not
deal.
there to
We wanted
impress
to
anyone
look
anymore.
good.
Not even themselves.
Perspective
We
change.
wanted to look. We wanted to like impress the next one. We wanted to wear, you know, before we was like crying and upset because we wanted, you know, like I said, I was a K-Swiss fat farm baby fat. I wanted the sweatsuits and I wanted the K
Mm-hmm.
Swizzes and I wanted that kind of stuff. And so because you know my friends had it. Now you're in a generation where it's almost like a generation of, well, what you all dressed up for.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was like, you know, you would get, and not that it was right, but people would get picked on because you was wearing something that wasn't name brand, or you were
Or not in
wearing,
style anymore.
yeah, something wasn't in
Mm-hmm.
style no more.
Now they
Or,
don't
you
care.
know,
As long as you got the
now
newest
you get
phone,
picked
now
on
they don't care.
because
It's about
you
that tech.
covered
As long as you got that newest phone, that iWatch, all that, that's all they care about. It's the tech stuff. The beats. That shows who you are. You hear me?
Yep.
That shows who you are when you
You can wear
walking through.
jogging
It's the
pants, a
people with the
white
beats.
t-shirt, some slides, then Beats, your Apple Watch, and you gotta
Yep.
The
you gotta hold
clothes
your
don't
phone.
matter. The
Yep.
clothes don't matter no more.
Is that the iPhone 27? Yes, girl, I just got it.
You want
Is
to
that
know?
the
We just had
And
a
you
iPhone
said,
facelift.
Air?
you think what started this? Hey, tell me Kanye didn't have something to do with this too. When he came out, Yeezys and all this baggy wear, like he just got out the trash can.
Yep.
Tell me the
She
truth.
ain't wrong.
Tell me the truth. All his colors, there's
Church,
no
church,
whites.
church.
Everything looks like
It
he
had
wore
holes
it
in
10
it,
times.
Hmm.
some
Musty,
mouth done bit
everything,
it.
no whites. Browns and
You
just
know what? Don't even. Okay, so for these young kids, is there hygienic changes to these young kids, or am I just tripping? When I say that, I'm talking about I walked past a group of young women the other day and I just about threw up. I told them all, I said, y'all are musty.
please.
I don't know, their guardian or their parent was sitting right there. And I said, you young ladies, and I highlighted young ladies, y'all are musty.
It should be
Do
shame.
y'all have deodorant? Like now I'm questioning, like, what changed with the bathing process? Did
Do
something
you
change with the bathing
want
process
me to
during
There was no
COVID too?
routine. We don't forgot, man. They don't forgot. We don't
do
forgot
you
how
want
We
to
me to
can't
teach
get
our
answer
on
it?
young
these
women which
phones.
ways to wipe.
You
Like
want me to
these
answer
women
it?
don't know which way to wipe, honey. You
You
can
want me
go
to
into
answer
the
it?
stalls now. Your mama didn't teach y'all little women to wrap your pads in your little wrappers.
You want me to
Why
answer
am
it?
I seeing this? There's things that we didn't take. My grandma and them used to say it's taking pride in yourself. We
You
don't
bring
Yes.
your
take
charger.
pride in ourselves
Yes.
anymore.
Yeah.
Man,
You know what
wow.
I think it is? And I don't even think
Get my
sis
baby in the
know. Hey,
bonnet.
baby girl. My TT baby.
In her bonnet, babe.
That's the niece of the
In her
podcast.
bonnet, but she won't wear it outside.
Look,
What's
the
up?
niece of the
Did you really make
podcast.
charger?
That's what I call my baby. My thing is, and I don't even think Mercedes know how bad this commercial bothered me. It bothered me
Wait.
to my spirit. That motherfucking Lumi commercial. I was so
The charger.
irritated when that first came out because
You talking about the all over body deodorant?
yeah, because the woman talking about, so first of all, the first commercial came out and she was like, what she said? She said pits, or she said underarms, under boob, butt crack, feet. Soap doesn't do that. And I'm thinking to myself, because it apparently, so apparently this, I've never used it, but apparently is some kind of body, like all over body deodorant. And the way that it was, in my opinion, the way I saw it was being put out there as
a substitution for some damn soap.
Look, and that's what I kept saying.
I'll be
That's what I
damn.
kept saying. And I told my mama, I said, this is nasty. I said, this is nasty. Because ain't no way she talked, because the woman in the commercial would say, and this lasts longer than, and it gives you however much freshness. So, and she'd get close to the camera, which would irritate me. Soap doesn't do that. And I'm like,
yes, it does.
you know, guys.
Yeah, because you just ain't doing it right.
Angry because then they changed it over time. And I told my mama, I said, notice she don't say that no more. Notice they don't put out there the soap doesn't do that. Notice that she don't say that. Because I'm thinking to myself, I bet these folks thought, okay, we're gonna buy this, and instead of, submerging our bodies in water or standing under a shower head and getting fully drenched,
yeah, bet everything.
We're gonna go ahead and cowboy it or take a whole bath and then put this on, and I'm gonna still be able to smell fresh.
They definitely did, baby. Yeah, we had people who drank. Remember, we had people who drank bleach. Yeah, they definitely did think it was a substitute. Come on now, anything suggested there was somebody who definitely took it as fact, which is sad.
Because, like I said, I'm sitting there like, and I would see the commercial and I would just get upset. I mean, I would get irritated because I'm like, no, soap doesn't do that. Soap makes you stay fresh, and then you shower again the next day, or you shower every other day, and at least put some kind of soap and water on yourself in betwixt so that you can still smell like you fresh and you got something. Ain't no
and
reason.
Why is there a substitute for just simply washing your ass? Why is there a substitute for just getting your dirty ass in the... Why can't it showers don't have to take 10 minutes. People can take minute showers. Why do we even offer those things in the world, in society?
And what's crazy to me is
you just enabling somebody to be nasty. And that's
what's crazy to me is I have Sjogren's, right, along with lupus. And some people I have heard who said, oh no, I can't shower because of medical. I can't over shower because it dries my skin out so badly. I can't over shower. You can't over shower. You can still shower. You can still cleanse.
You can still wipe yourself. Yeah, you don't gotta submerge. Jesus. You don't have to submerge anything if you don't want to. That's besides the point.
You said you can still wipe yourself.
You can
wipe. You can still wipe yourself.
I mean,
and it's the things that you can, and like you said, you walk by or you smell them and you like.
Yeah, I had to turn around. It took me, I don't know what it was, but I walked past and I was like, it stopped me in my tracks. Because we are young women and we have too many openings for
them to be teaching
smelling
this kind of stuff in school.
Yeah. Hey, listen, y'all remember there wasn't nowhere we could go that we didn't see oil of Olay, and the powder, the Duff powder, you with the little pad in it.
Yep.
Yep.
That was our shit. Like I said, routine. You already know. It made you feel like a little woman. When you got your tail out the shower, you already knew. Lotion up. It's a whole routine.
Yep.
Powder. You know, that is that routine. It wasn't,
Let me
I
tell
don't
you
know
something,
where
and
it
I
went.
never used the powder puff because it didn't give me enough powder for my liking. So I just took the kind I did. And
Like
my
I
mama
said,
would
what
be
happened to
looking
the
at me
oil of
like,
LA lady? She used to come around and you know what I'm saying?
look,
She was the talk. We seen her what? Once a week. Once
yep,
every 2 weeks, she came
yep,
around, brought us our powder. You know, made us feel, gave us pride to be a lady and smell good. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Them were the things we don't. I don't know. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. And things differ too, because I'm gonna reiterate. I'm from the South, and I've only been here for about 4 years now.
mm-hmm,
I grew up there. Schools are different. The way you come to school here, you can't go to school in North Carolina. You look that up. That you can't wear Crocs if it's not closed in the back. You can't
yep,
wear it. Yeah, if you
yep,
can't bust out, break out running in them, you just can't wear them to school.
yep,
There's a you got to put your hands down to your knees, and that's how far your dresses and your shirts could go. You can't,
mm-hmm,
or you get suspended. You go home.
yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yep,
There's different things that are implemented that's why it blows me away here. It's like culture shock because I come
yep,
here and it's completely different. Y'all don't
mm-hmm,
have you haven't taught your kids, and I'm mad at my son because I'm like, hey, we come from where we step. What are you doing? I don't care what we doing. If you're going to walk to the mailbox, you need to look. So that's how I grew up. That's what
yep,
was instilled in us,
yep,
growing up in school because they implemented uniforms too where I was from.
mm-hmm,
So if you weren't following the dress code, they implemented. I mean, if you weren't following the school dress code, they implemented uniforms on the school. So either way, you're not coming
yep.
looking any old type of way. And if you did, CPS would be sent because they don't play that. They want to know why you can't adhere to the guidelines and the rules.
And
You know, that's
see,
another thing too. I wish there was uniforms implemented here as well. You know, only
see,
because
they,
only and I only say that because you could accessorize a uniform and it's fun too. People would
mm-hmm,
have more, they would
mm-hmm,
have more get about themselves if they could accessorize
yep,
a uniform, if they could dress
yep,
up a uniform, because then they'll take more
yep,
pride in the time that they take to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
yep,
Another thing, another reason is not everybody has a name brand clothes. They don't have the what is it, the
yep,
ALO or ALO, whatever you call it, the little new
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sweatsuits
girl.
that's out.
Yeah, girl.
They don't have that, you know. So if they implemented a sweatsuit, everybody looked the same. So that's why your shirt dingy. Like your shirt look just like my shirt. So your
yeah.
shirt dingy too. You know, like
And
What?
then it
that's
also
like your
made you
pants
take
ain't
more
khaki
pride
enough.
because if you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
stand out in your clothes, you stand out in other ways. You
right.
And
understand?
what
You
did
know,
Now you can't wear
you
Laurel
want to
say?
buttons because you
stand
got to
out
show
in
off
other
your hair.
ways.
Yeah. And remember what Laurel said to Effie at the beginning of Dream Girls? You got on the
Mhm.
same dress I do? Yeah. You got on the
Okay,
same wig I do? Yeah. Then shut up.
and that's how it would be. There
And
Yep.
was no,
see,
there's no really that bullying and all that other stuff. Like,
I
that was
remember a
implemented. But
few
that's how I
years
see the
ago.
big change. Is what I'm saying. And
Yep.
and and they take a pride in themselves. In other places, there's other places where the kids aren't like this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They really come. And you got to give these kids something to do too, and something to dress up for. We're in a
Yes.
place
Yep.
where there ain't nothing to do. They don't
Girl.
have anything to do. They don't have to take pride in what the hell they look like because they ain't going nowhere. They ain't doing
See,
nothing.
and
Yeah, that's just like
so this is what I said. So I remember, so back when I was in school, I remember I had friends who wore the turbans and all of that. And this is back when we were really big on taking pride in how we look, and we were radicals. Like we would protest if we didn't like something, we was gonna protest it, like for real. I'm talking flat out walkouts and all of that. And I remember um they nitpicked so much because she had to wear the head wraps. And I remember they said they put in the rule that you couldn't wear hats and stuff and that in school. Okay, whatever. Well, they tried to make it, well, she can't wear her turban. No, she's not. And we was like, well, it's not like she's wearing it, just because this is her culture, it's her religion. She has to wear it. And they kind of wanted to fight back, and she was uncomfortable, and she was a couple years older than us. And I remember I said, okay, all right, this is how we doing it. Let's do this true high school fashion. Let's do this true BMHS fashion. And I remember we protested that and was like, no, this is not just her wearing a hat to school or just covering her head because she has a religious reason to wear it, and you cannot make her take that off. And they took the school board and all that. And that's when they finally were like, okay, yeah, we taking it too far. Even with the uniforms, we're like, yeah. And again, they are the school district could be very nitpicky. And I remember they talked about the school district is
broke. Well, I hate to say it. They only do that because they're broke. It's only a matter of money. If they had the money, there would be so many more yeses.
I remember they talked about, I want to say a couple summers ago or whatever, they were talking about how they had to realize that, and it makes me laugh when I say it, they had to realize that people of color, queens of color, are shaped differently than Caucasians. And so what one person is wearing and another person, we could be wearing the same thing. And because I'm curvy, it might look inappropriate, but she wearing the same thing. So why is it not a problem for her, but it's a problem for me? And I mean, they did that. They nitpicked on that a lot. And finally they was like, okay, they had to reevaluate the code or the dress code, because they're like, I'm wearing, a regular t-shirt and appropriate capris or appropriate cargo pants or whatever. And this person is wearing them. Y'all ain't said nothing to her, but you're saying something to me. And they was like, oh yeah, we probably should reevaluate that because people are shaped. Why do you have to realize now? Or why is it light bulb? We just realized that people are shaped differently based off of their cultural background. We all know that we got the curves in the booty. That's why they was wearing them back in the at the turn of the century, wearing in the 1800s rather, wearing them corsets that made their booties look big and whatnot, because they wanted to have that. They've always wanted to be like us. And so because somebody else is wearing it, they're flat, straight board. So, no, that's a problem. But we wear it, and oh my God, all hell breaks loose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those are the things that you got to look at. It makes no sense to me.
Just circling back, you know what I'm saying? So as far as like bonnets and durags, like there's an appropriate place and time to wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Be intentional with when you wear it.
Yes.
Just know that, these are your parents and your grandparents that you're representing, and especially if they're like known in the city. So just be a little bit more mindful and cautious about how you step outside, because you never know. You never know. I do want to let you ladies know that I'm going to have to sign off from here.
We are too, because I'm hungry.
Okay.
It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. I'm going to have y'all back on here, because I'm just going to make y'all permanent co-hosts, because y'all just bring so much vibe and energy, and I love the conversations that we have. So meet your Melanin Mic podcast team. Get ready, because I love them, and this is fun. Shout out to all the local businesses. If you got your own thing going, make sure that you message us. Make sure that you tag us so we can shout you out, because what? We want to celebrate. We want to celebrate.
And if you're doing anything for the kids, If you guys are doing anything for the kids, please let us know. We want to
Matter
actually
of
be
fact,
there. We want to support. We want to shout you
yes,
out so we could
Absolutely.
get people there, especially if they don't know. A lot of people don't know what's going on in the
yes.
community. So if there's anything going on, please let
So
us know.
yes, we have a beautiful queen um who has been supporting me doing podcasts. I always share the stuff that she does. Um Elijah, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name, Queen, but she does nails and all of that. So she's got
Oh,
specials
okay.
going for glamour and all of that from August 1st to August 15th. So I will make sure that I
Okay.
share that. Also, Doris Wild Center of Hope, August 29th from noon to 6 p.m. We are doing the Pack the Bus school
Pack the
supply
bus.
drive and free school supply giveaway. We will have
Yeah.
vendors, food, all of that. We're accepting donations right now. We're
Please pop
accepting
out for the kids.
volunteers.
Yeah.
So please, please come out and support. We appreciate the love and support. I appreciate this
Absolutely.
Make sure
conversation.
you
Many,
send me
many
that
more to
so I
come.
can get the sharing.
Yes, yes, we will definitely do that. And I love y'all. And go put your bonnets on. Love y'all.
Have a good
Love you
night.
too. Bye.
Bye.